server, and you can see here I am logged in as admin. So let us go ahead and see how to create some users. So if you go to the Manage Jenkins section and scroll down, you will find an option called as Manage Users, and under Manage Users you will find Create User. So let us go ahead and create a couple of users now, and I'm just going to create a user called as Dave, and then Dave is going to be a developer in my organization. I'm just going to say Dave is a developer, and then Dave gets an email address as well, and we are done with creating a user called as Dave. So if you have a tester, let us call our tester as Jess, and then Jess also gets an user ID. So Jess is a tester, and likewise we also will create one more user for Jenkins administration, and I'm going to call this user as Jenkins admin and give some password for the admin. So that is all it is required to create some users for your Jenkins server. So how do I test it? Let us go ahead and see if I can log in with the Dave as the user. I'm going to try and log in from my private browser so that we will have our admin installation as well as our testing browser as well. And once I log in with Dave, you can see here I'm directly in my dashboard, and I can go ahead and do manage section and change the global security and all those sorts of things. But that is not what we wanted. We wanted Dave, the developer, to have only developer related privileges and not do admin related activities. So how do I do that? So for that, we need a plugin which is going to restrict our users based on the roles that they are carrying. So let us go ahead and see how to install this plugin. I am back to my admin user ID. You can see here I am logged in as admin, and I'm going to manage Jenkins. Under manage plugins, if you go to available section, this plugin name is called as role based access. So let me just go ahead and try again. Let's try to get the spelling right. ROE. So here we go. This plugin requires installation and then also restart as well. Let us go ahead and install it and allow Jenkins to restart it as well. And the installation is complete, and it is going ahead and restarting my Jenkins installation. My Jenkins has finished restarting. Let me go back to manage Jenkins section now. If you go to the global security now, you will find a new option which is called as role based security. So let us go ahead and enable that, apply, and then click on save. So now if I log out of admin, or if I go ahead and check the Dave user which has been logged in already. So since we have enabled role-based plugin, and if I go ahead and refresh my screen here, Dave will be logged out, and even if I log in, Dave will not have any privileges. You can see here immediately it just tells me that I don't have any privileges. So how do I give Dave now the privileges only for developer related activities? So let us go ahead and see that now. We are back on our admin page here, and under manage Jenkins, if you scroll down to the bottom, you will find something called as manage and assign roles. So this is what we are going to do now. We are going to manage our roles. So the first role first you see here, there is a global role, and then project related roles, and then slave roles. So under global roles, I'm going to add something called as an employee, because most of my users are going to be employee. Then I'm just going to say all employees are going to get read level privileges. That is, overall they will be getting read level permissions. And under project related roles, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to say there is going to be a group of people who are called as developers, and the pattern that I want to use is dev.star. That is, all projects that are starting with the prefix of dev, these people will getting access. Likewise, I'm going to create another group called as testers, and projects which are prefixed with test will be given access to them. And let us go ahead and give them privileges that are required. They don't need credential access. I'm just going to give them job level access. So let us go ahead and check all these boxes, which gives them the option for the jobs and SEM tagging, and then running the jobs as well. So once we are done with this, and then we can go ahead and save, apply, and save this configuration. So that is the first part of it. Now we need to assign some users to these roles that we have created. For example, we created a role or a project role called as devs and then testers. Let us go ahead and assign some roles. And under the group global group, we have something called as employee. Let us go ahead and add that. And I'm sorry, we need to add our users Dave and Jess here. That's what I meant to do that. So all of them are going to be employees, and then I'm just going to say Jenkins admin is going to be having the admin role here. So under item roles, now we have done the global roles. Under item roles, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to say here David is going to be a developer. You can see here the groups developers and testers are available. So I'm just going to say Dave. And then let us add Jess as well. So Dave is going to be my developer and Jess is going to be my tester. So we have done our configuration. Let us go ahead and apply and click on save. Now if I go back to my Jenkins, you can see here there is only a default project. Let us go ahead and add a couple of dummy projects, one for testing, one for our developers. So for the developer, I'm going to say dev day, and it's going to be a freestyle project. I'm not going to configure anything, just going to click on next so that we have a dummy project available. So if I go back to my dashboard, we have a dev day project, and then let us go ahead and create a test happy project. So now we have 3 projects, and one is a dev day, another one is test happy. If I go back to login as Dave, now Dave should be able to have access only to the dev day project and not to other 2 projects. Let us go ahead and see if that is the case. So here we are in the Dave's access page. Let us go ahead and refresh the screen now. I'm just going to log out and log in. Let's go ahead and try with Jess this time. Better that way. Okay, I didn't enter the correct password. Let's try it again. So there you go. You see that Jess is having access only to the test projects that we created. One was a test project, another one that I created just now was test happy. So likewise, if you log in with Dave, you will also find that Dave has only access to the dev related projects. So that is how you create users and give them role-based access to your Jenkins installation. If you have any trouble in doing that, go ahead and put them in the comment section. We can learn from each other. Thanks for watching. Happy learning.